giving... Oh, started recording without really recording. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about this game. This is a game between, I believe it is Touch Fee versus Sniq here, here on Two Rivers. Hopefully I am not actually butchering their names as I drop something. Doesn't it always seem like when you're in a hurry to do things and time is of the essence, you start getting more clumsy and drop things all over the place? Well, that is the case here, as we are going to be going into this Night Elf versus Undead matchup. Now, this was part of a series, and I'm only taking a game from here just because, well, it looked to be an interesting game. Now, for those of you guys who watch my channel regularly, thanks for watching it. If you guys want to watch the commercial twice, I know a lot of you guys out there were saying, how come there wasn't a commercial at the very end? Well, it didn't get up there in time for some reason. So if you guys do watch the commercial once more at the end, or watch the video twice, at least the first like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, it does actually help me out, get more views, and open up with a warden. Alright, so this looks to be a similar game as the previous one, whereas a show match where a single level 10 warden just simply took out a whole bunch of peasants. And will it be a repeat here on Two Rivers? Now, Two Rivers, a map that was part of the latter map pool back in Reign of Chaos days, of a long time ago. And what you'll notice is that there is no tavern here. No tavern means that there are no tavern heroes, obviously. And with no tavern heroes, it really means that the Night Elf player is limited to the Demon Hunter and that Warden for first hero choices. You could try to go Keeper of the Grove. It doesn't really work that well. Priestess of the Moon also does not work that well unless you're trying to go Mass Huntresses and Mass Tier 1. So far, Ancient of War is doing a lot of tanking. This one Acolyte just digging his claws into the back of that unit there, as a Wisp now being brought over. The Warden should in fact be able to clear out this creep camp pretty quickly. 3-2-2-2 creep camp will not get to level 2, but does pick up a Circlet of Nobility for all of her efforts. Now, as you guys know, a single Warden can in fact change the course of a game rather quickly, especially if that is going to be the lone hero. I cannot imagine any other hero that is more feared than a level 10 Warden, as that Warden seems to be able to travel across the map so quickly and be able to just cause so much harassment. Meanwhile, we have a Dreadlord coming in from the other side. My apologies for not realizing that it was a Dreadlord. Now, one thing I do want to note though, most times, if you do go for a Dreadlord here, you do bring a Sacrificial Skull. The reason for that is the Sacrificial Skull helps you regenerate units, and you can start summoning Ziggurats. What you're going to see here is that he's going to have to build a Necropolis and then actually haunt a gold mine. But one of the reasons why going for a Necropolis is actually a fairly good building is I believe the Necropolis doesn't take any lumber. And because it doesn't take any lumber but still provides supply or food, that is still a very good trade there. Also, you can Scroll of Town Portal to it if need be. Also, you can upgrade it to a tower if need be. So many good things for that one Necropolis. So it is going to be a rather interesting game. Is it going to be the Warden or the Dreadlord winning in this matchup? And that's not something I get to say very often. So unconventional game for a show match, as the things are getting heated up. Warden now trying to run straight through, finds himself or herself taking down, taking a lot of Nerubian tower hits, as though the ghouls getting off some easy shots there. Oh, are we gonna perhaps see a sleep? Oh, it could be a sleep and a surround. Blink. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I'm like, a second sleep now coming in. Is the blink still on cooldown? It is gonna take a bit of damage. Oh, and there is, Shadow Meld. No Dust of Appearance. Oh. Wow. No Dust of Appearance from the shop, and wow, this is such an interesting game. Okay, so let's see what's gonna be happening here. All right, the Warden now trying to come back over. It is gonna get sleeped again, but it will just blink out of there. It will take a couple of hits though, and there is a lot of hits there, as we now see a Manual of Health will get picked up Nope, no manual of health being picked up. Why not? It was right there. Oh, you gotta protect your acolytes, right? Yep, that is the case. As the acolyte now taking a bit of damage. All right, are we gonna see another sleep now come in? Oh my goodness. Yes, we are gonna see another. Nope, not another sleep. Just that warden. Trying to bait the attack. Come on, warden. You know you want to take it. You know you want to try and take out this acolyte. That acolyte is in the back. And now what is happening? All right, dude, is the backpack upgrade done? No, it does not. Level 2. Wow. All right, so this warden is just going to be sitting here for quite some time. You can see lumber is now being harvested. The Dreadlord thinking to himself, you know what, as long as the warden is here and can't get experience, I'm fine. That is not the case, though. The warden can still gain experience with the Ancient of War tanking attacks here. Meanwhile, the warden is now trying to come back in. There's the Dust of Appearance. The warden now blinks away, gets slept, though, and that may pretty much be it. Scroll of Town Portal, yes, will be used. And there you have it. The warden is able to escape with only having to pay 350 gold to head back home. All right, so what are we going into now? A crypt now come in here. This is not looking good for Sniq here. Sniq is in a bit of trouble as we now see the Dreadlord on the move. 20 sleeps later and a dust charge, and the warden still makes it out. Warden now sitting at level 2 will get to level 3. There it is. And that warden is moving very, very aggressively to level 6. Once it gets to level 6, it will be so difficult to take down. And what is going on here? Why are you just not attacking these golems? Dancing in between these two means that a lot of these golems actually taking a lot more damage than they should be. We can see, in fact, though. Oh, a wisp is over there. The wisp can't get inside of this. Oh, this could be bad. The warden now trying to make its way in. There's a sleep. And is this warden... Oh, the ghoul does get taken down. A boulder onto the Dreadlord as the warden could get a Shadow Strike. Yes, takes down another ghoul. All right, Touch is doing a great job here, just shutting down all of these units as the ghouls now are looking to perhaps harvest some lumber back at this base. Let's see. Continuing the fight, you can see that the Dreadlord fighting up against the warden. The warden did absorb some of that mana, or steal some of that mana there, as the warden is now sleeping on the job. All right, there is the Nerubian Tower. Spirit Tower now looking to come in as well, as the Dreadlord is in the back. How much damage can be dealt? There is the blink. There is a sleep, and the Dreadlord down to 10 hit points will get taken down. But the Dreadlord, it could have been taken down by his own ghouls. Why didn't he do it to try and deny some experience? Warden blinking over the wall, or over the tree line there, and things are looking up and up for the Warden. Dreadlords Ancient of Lores and Bears ready to go. Let's see, we are upgrading the we are already at Tree of Eternity, excuse me. And we should be going into Mastery form already. This Warden can get to level 5 very, very soon. And once it gets to level 5, that Warden will be pretty much impossible to stop. Shadow Strike, pretty much taking down acolytes and ghouls in a single shot. And that is not going to be an easy play whatsoever. Meanwhile, ghouls are attempting to take down the Rock Golem here, even though the Dreadlord is not in play yet. The Dreadlord now being forced to pull back. The Rock Golems should, yes, they do in fact regenerate some hit points, as the ghouls are now getting a good surround here. There's one Rock Golem. You cannot afford to actually take down the Golem here. You need to get that experience, as the ghouls are now backing all the way home. Warden sitting at level 3 does have a Staff of Preservation. Bears are bringing up the rear. There is going to be 3 of them, as the Dreadlord now tries to make a move and tries to make something happen. Warden, however, not going to let that happen, though, as the Warden is now currently sleeping. Meanwhile, we can see a Tree of Life now being established there. It is going to be an expansion, as Roar and Bears now coming into play. Rejuvenation onto that Warden. Meanwhile, the Dreadlord heading over. What is it doing? And this is just absolutely deadly. Gargoyles are in the air, attempting to take down some Rock Golems. There you go. Healing Wards and Tome of Strength +2. A very nice group of items, as the Acolytes are now simply all going to fall apart. There goes another Acolyte. There goes another Acolyte. What in a Rubian Tower. A new Acolyte trying to make its way over. A Gargoyle. And here we go. We can see Gargoyles are now actually brought into play. Scroll of Town Portal. And there is the sleep. Alright, what's going to be happening? Healing Ward now coming in. Scroll of Protection. The Bear trying to get an attack onto the Healing Ward. This is actually a rather strange turn of events, as the Warden still getting off some free and easy shots. This Bear, Staff of Preservation, does happen in time, as the Warden does get slept. All right, that is still interesting play, as the Warden now currently sitting at level 4. You cannot surround a Warden. No, that one Warden so strong, but it is now down to 50 some odd mana. Will have enough for one more sleep, as the Warden now tries to get away. Oh, does not get away again, and the Dreadlord is pretty much out of mana. Is this going to work? The Warden is able to blink away. Level 2 blink. And I think if he had just gone up against a Demon Hunter, this game would be completely different. Dreadlord to counter a Demon Hunter with ghouls, only to find himself going up against a Warden with blink. Such a nasty, nasty surprise. Bear is now coming over. We can see some rejuvenation happening on that Warden. Dreadlord now trying to get to level 4. This is looking so strong for the Night Elf. But the Dreadlord could try to make a play here, as there are a fair amount of Gargoyles, and the anti-air doesn't even work well against them. If you try to go Hippogriffs, the Gargoyles will actually win because of the Dreadlord's vampiric aura. All right, let's see what's going to be happening here. Oh, Ogre Magi. And Ogre Magi, how much damage is he going to take? Potion of Greater Healing. And what is happening here next? All right, meanwhile, Warden sitting at level 4. Bears are looking to push together. And here we go. You can see that the Ogre Mauler is taking a bit of damage. And there you have it. The Ogre Mauler is going to survive, as the Dreadlord down to 136 hit points. Meanwhile, we can see that the Bears are now being brought over, and the shop is now gone. All right, there is a sleep. Potion of Healing already used. Not quite sure why you needed to use that so early, as the Warden now needs to try and get away. Yes, the Warden will in fact use a Scroll of Town Portal. The Bears will take a bit of damage, but nothing 1 or 2 rejuvenations will not fix. I gotta believe that using a Healing Ward would have been a much better proposition, as the Gargoyles are now looking to finish off this one poor Ogre Mauler. Poor Ogre Mauler, all he can do is sleep as the Gargoyles tear him apart from the skies. Alright, what is he doing? Also, Ogre Mauler, there goes the Ogre Mauler, as now 2 Sappers are now being brought over. This could be huge, but the Warden is gonna spot them. Oh, the Warden does not chase the Goblin Sappers, though, as the Dreadlord now being brought over to try and take down some units. Alright, what's going to be happening here? Dreadlord trying to take down an entangled gold mine. Not a very impressive play at all, as the Gargoyles are now being brought over. And here you go, Gargoyles versus the Warden. The Warden does take down that one Healing Ward. Are we perhaps going to get another sleep, as the Goblin Sappers are now pushing their way over? Oh, the timing on it. There goes 1. There goes 2. And now the Tree of Life already down to 144 hit points. And what is this Dreadlord going to do except take down all of these Wisps? Doing a great job there. Meanwhile, Orb of Venom on the Warden, turning her into now a Gargoyle killing machine. Alright, there's a Shadow Strike. Takes another Gargoyle down out of the skies. You needed another Goblin Sapper in order to finish off this one building. It is not working, as the Wisp are still getting taken down. Alright, what's happening here? Not looking good. Dreadlord is losing a whole bunch of units here, and this is just not good at all. The Warden, Orb of Venom, and a Staff of Preservation, able to just save all of those units there. Okay, let's see what's going to be happening next. Gargoyles are upgraded to 1. Meanwhile, we can see that there are Gargoyles back on that Blight here, but for some reason Stone Form has not been researched. You really need Stone Form to make these Gargoyles useful. With Stone Form, they will in fact regenerate hit points very quickly, as we are now going into Temples of the Damned. Are we going Necros, or oh my gosh, we could be going Banshees. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Banshees here on here on Two Rivers. And whenever I say Banshee, I keep on thinking of the StarCraft 2 unit. That is not the case. I'm like, he's going to go for harassment with Banshees? No, he's going to possess bears with Banshees as the game is now underway. All right, Warden now coming in. Attacks now coming in as well. Bears going after the Temples of the Dam. That should be a very, very easy takedown. Tomb of Relics also coming in. Temple of the Dam gonna get canceled there as the Gargoyles are brought over. Ghouls are gonna try to engage. Where is the Dreadlord? Warden is now sleeping on the job again as so many units are fighting back and forth. Dreadlord picked up and dropped. So far, a lot of attacking coming in as there is a roar coming in from the Druids of the Claw. As all the Druids of the Claw now doing additional damage. There goes another Ghoul. And so far, this is not looking good at all for the Dreadlord. All right, the Warden does have level 5. Is it going to get to level 6? Is it going to perhaps abuse the fact that he's fighting in an undead base? All right, level 6 Warden could pretty much change the game. If you get the Avatar of Vengeance next to this graveyard, that would just add insult to injury. All right, Bears looking like they're going to get taken down. Death Knight now coming in. There's the Death Coil to add an additional heal to the Dreadlord. Dreadlord could perhaps heal back up, get all of these gargoyles strong again as the Avatar of Vengeance is taking a bit of damage. And now you can see the Spirits of Vengeance, how much damage they are dealing. All right, Blink, Shadow Strike coming in right behind enemy lines as the Death Knight does not get off a Death Coil there. Both sides still fighting. Dreadlord sitting at 160 hit points, continuing the fight. Hippogriffs coming in, and the Hippogriffs are going to start pecking and poking down this Goblin Zeppelin. Dreadlord still somehow able to survive here as the Spirits of Vengeance are invulnerable. And the archers are even attacking the Nerubian towers. A new bear comes in. What's going on? That bear may get taken down. Yes, he does. Bad control group by Touch there. As the Dreadlord and the Death Knight are trying to fight back still. Avatar of Vengeance, so strong at 823 hit points. A rejuvenation. Oh, Death Coil on the bear right as it was about to fall. As the Death Knight now trying to back away again. All right, Nerubian Towers. The Acolytes should perhaps be on repair. We can see a Slaughterhouse now training up an Obsidian statue. That will be strong as the Avatar finally taken down. Does not give level 5 though. But look at this. The Warden still putting in a lot of pressure. All right, Warden now trying to get away. Is this going to work at all? Now seeing that level 7 Scroll of Healing. And the Warden is just in a dangerous situation. All right, there's another rejuvenation as the Dreadlord now sits level 5. There is another sleep onto the Warden. The Warden does have a Scroll of Town Portal, is not in danger of getting taken out. But the Druid of the Claw, Staff of Preservation, no, not in time. The cooldown perhaps, as the Warden now trying to get away. All right, there's a beautiful Blink, able to get back over here. Currently slowed. Another, what's happening to the Warden? Oh, the Warden could end up falling. There's another Blink again, but the Warden cannot really run in this direction. I guess it could blink in that direction, and has made it back. So yes, a quick moving Warden, level 3 Blink, 10 mana, 1 second cooldown. Yes, I do know my Warden abilities, and that Warden will be able to head back home. Level 7. They're thinking of something more imba. I cannot think of anything more imba than this. But what is this? We are going into Necro Wagon. All right, so all of you guys who wanted to see crazy strategies that are rarely ever used, this is the game for you. Dreadlord with Necro Wagon versus solo Warden at level 7. It is bears, fairy dragons, hippogriffs, massive number of bears. Wow, 6 bears in play. As you can see, the Ancient of War will get taken down here. And here is the battle. All right, a damage. Skeletal warriors, bears now engaging. And you can see, oh, so much damage being dealt by these fairy dragons against the single obsidian statue. All right, more animation coming in. Dreadlord coming in as well. Sleep. Here, are we perhaps? Yes, Staff of Preservation saving. Avatar of Vengeance is still alive as the Dreadlord is pretty much out of mana. You can see so much attacking coming in, and the Necromancers are actually a very good counter to the bears, as the bears are heavy armored. Warden now needs to get away, will be able to get away. You can't hold down a level 7 Warden. Level 3 blink. So much damage as the Avatar now trying to make its way over. All right, there is another Shadow Strike taking down a Ghoul. And what is happening here? The Avatar of Vengeance just laughing at all of these units going, you know what? I can continue to attack. All right, here you go. You can see more damage being dealt. The meat wagons with a lot of skeletons in their corpses. And there you have it. You can see how much damage these meat wagons are just flinging those corpses. And now we are down to one base. All right, here, there's another engagement. You can see now more animate skeletons coming in. Perhaps Brilliance Aura on the Dreadlord would be better, but the Warden is the one that took that item, as we're still fighting this all down. All right, you can see this one meat wagon. Oh, what's gonna be happening? Obsidian statue trying to heal back up more units, providing mana, and the Warden is in trouble. No, blinks away again, as we can see more damage is still being had. All right, what's going to be happening here? Another Shadow Strike. That Warden, Avatar of Vengeance, coming back in. Level 8 now on the Warden. As the Warden, where'd the Warden go? At level 8 now on the Warden, as we are still fighting. Chimeras now joining the battlefield. Avatar of Vengeance, Chimeras, Necros, Meat Wagons, Dreadlord, Warden. This is not your typical game whatsoever, and so entertaining as we see now a Shadow Strike on the Dreadlord. All right, Dreadlord, Chimera, what's going on here? The Death Knight does not have enough mana. All right, Death Knight now perhaps going to go after. No, not going to go after that unit there. We need to figure out a way to take down these fairy dragons, and what you need is the upgrade in order to get anti-air units. There you go. There's the upgrade. And now all of these units, all of these fairy dragons could get focused down. All right, the Obsidian statue. Why are they not focusing down these fairy dragons? The fairy dragons are the key target here. Focus them down, and then your Obsidian statue can do its magic. There goes one fairy dragon. A second fairy dragon could get taken out here in just a moment. And yes, oh, is it going to phase away? No. Warden now. Staff of Preservation again. Dreadlord, Death Knight, level 5, level 2. And now the Warden is sitting at level 8. Bear taking a lot of damage. So much piercing damage. 2-1, but a detonation being brought over. And now he's dispelling and detonating all of the skeletal minions. Alright, the game still going on right now. Avatar of Vengeance is currently just taking down a skeletal mage. No real problem here as the the Hippogriffs now being brought over. All right, no real reason to bring Hippogriffs over as the Death Knight. Oh, Warden comes in. Death Strike, there's the sleep. Is it going to be enough? And that Warden is just so powerful. The Warden is currently crippled. Cripple on that Warden as the Warden is dealing a lot less damage, very slow movement speed. What's going to be happening next? All right, a whole bunch of skeletal minions coming in again. Hippogriffs, bears now making their way over. Rejuvenation, Avatar, very, very low on hit points as this skeletal minion army is still pushing forward. Chimera may get focused down, and it looks as though it might, but there are a lot of Druids of the Claw here that are very low on hit points that should get taken down first. Death Knight falls at level 2. And the Chimera should be going after those meat wagons. Not quite sure why they aren't. You can see one zap, and they are pretty much gone. So far, both sides continuing to fight. You can see them focus firing down as the Hippogriffs are still trying to push in. Warden sitting at level 9. And there's a fan of knives trying to take down so many of these all of these necromancers. And the level 1 fan of knives, not quite enough. There is plenty of mana to go around, though. And is it going to be in time? The Obsidian statues keeping this necromancer army alive. And what is happening next? So many bears, so low on hit points. Dreadlord coming in. Shadow Strike, still not enough. The Dreadlord, we could perhaps see another cripple on the Warden as this push is still coming in. A new expansion now coming in, though, off over here, and still one down over here for Touch. So Touch is still getting in plenty of gold as you now see the damage is being had. All right, what's happening here? There is that cripple, this one necromancer tanking so much damage as cripple, and really reduces the amount of damage that is dealt. All right, all the bears are in the back, very low on hit points. Why isn't the Dreadlord just pushing in here with the bears, or taking down the bears? If he takes down the bears, it will pretty much be game over. Fan of knives now coming in as the Warden is really using the bears' rejuvenation to stay alive. All right, if for some reasons, if Touch wins this game, it's because he was able to keep all of his bears alive for so long. All right, that Shadow Strike still going to take down that unit there. Another Fairy Dragon taken down. Level 3 Fan of Knives is going to be a huge problem, though, as another Fan of Knives going to come in to take down the Obsidian Statue. No, still alive. The Blink. Now back away. One bear does go down. This bear is still trying to attack. Not quite sure why. The bear will fall. And now we are only down to 3 bears. All right, let's see what's happening here. The Dreadlord is coming over. Bears are in the backfield. And are they going to be able to rejuvenate and get back into this? Down over here, the Death Knight is stuck. The Death Knight is stuck inside his own base. He needs to unsummon that building there, as the Dreadlord does have an Infernal. He could, in fact, get an Infernal and summon it down and perhaps take down all of these Druids of the Claw. All right, if the Dreadlord gets that Infernal into play, this is going to be absolutely huge. Fan of Knives. No, the Shadow Strike. Oh, the Dreadlord down to 356 hit points. He could surely use a Death Knight right now. Oh my goodness, is he crippling? Oh my goodness, the Dreadlord down to 78 hit points. Is it going to be enough? Shadow Strike. Oh, Shadow Strike may take it down to 33 hit points. It needs to heal. Yes, it does heal, as the Warden is at 180 hit points. All right, you got to be careful here. That Warden, as soon as it wakes up, is going to blink at that Dreadlord. Oh my goodness. Continuing to sleep that Dreadlord as much as possible, but the Warden is also getting hit points as well, as we now see a new Chimera is out. Dreadlord sitting at 211 hit points, and the Death Knight is finally out, but it may be too little too late. The Warden is crippled. What is going on here, folks? I really don't know. I really wish I could tell you, as the Warden now up to 246. There it is, now at level 10. Dreadlord now sitting at level 7. Blink. Fan of Knives. Is the Warden going to get taken down? It is going to blink away. There is the cripple moving so slowly. Hippogriff trying to stay together. Gonna find a Moonwell off on the far side here, as we can now see more attacks coming in. All right, a second Chimera now back in play. The Warden Shadow Striking the Dreadlord. The Dreadlord, is it going to survive? Needs the Death Knight. There's the Death Knight. There's the heal. And it stays alive just a bit longer. All right. Dreadlord now pulling back away. Obsidian Statue cannot take the damage from that Chimera. Instantly taken out there. 200 damage done in a second, as the ghouls and everything else is still pushing. What is happening here? That Warden sitting at level 10. The Dreadlord sitting at level 7, continuing this push here, as the Chimeras are still attacking. What's happening? Death Knight getting another Death Coil onto the Dreadlord. The Death Knight still only sitting at level 2. No more Obsidian Statues, as the Chimera Roost will be taken down. Okay, the Chimera Roost will get taken down here. And what is this Warden doing? A lone level 10 Warden trying to fight back. Goblin Sappers. 3 Goblin Sappers. Yes, finishes off the Expo. Yes, and that may actually do it. The Dreadlord. Level 7 Dreadlord. Level 10 Death Knight. But wow, this is an absolutely crazy game. Warden unable to finish off there. There is nope. Fan of Knives. Poison. Is it going to be able to catch up? Yes, it will, but now blinking a bit forward. There's the sleep. And what is happening next? All right, what's going to be happening here? There's the attacks coming in. The Warden now trying to get away. And everyone just wondering, how do you lose a game with a level 10 Death Knight? A Circlet of Nobility has been dropped. A new Tree of Life coming in. Acolyte attempting to take down the Tree of Life here, as there is the Fan of Knives. All right, damage. Cripple. Is it going to be coming in? Yes. There's the cripple. There's the sleep. And all he's really going to do now is just take down buildings instead. Touch is... The conversations in this game are absolutely amazing. What did I miss? What? A level 10 Warden losing? Yeah, you missed one heck of a game. Wisp now taken down here. And both sides are just in a weird situation. Touch did not bring his Wisp early enough in the fight. And now the ghouls are going after, able to take down one Hunter's Hall over there. Warden currently is currently surrounded. Is it going to be able to get away? Yes, will be able to blink and get to the far side. Warden now trying to get away once more. And what is this? Unholy Frenzy on the Warden in order to make it actually lose hit points. All right, Unholy Frenzy. The Warden's natural regeneration was simply too much. So instead, he just put Unholy Frenzy on the Warden in order to try and take it down. Level 7 Dreadlord coming in. Necro Wagons. Oh, a huge fan of knives. That is going to be a huge hit. What is happening? There's a whole bunch of skeletons, though. And with all of those skeletons, this may actually turn... Oh, we can see the Wisp now making their way in. There's the Dispel, but it doesn't hit many of those units in the back. There are still plenty of units, but what is this? The Avatar of Vengeance now being brought over. The Avatar of Vengeance going up against skeletal minions, and this is a huge chain of events. Oh my gosh, Touch might take this. Touch might take this. The 2 Chimeras now need to back off. The Warden now trying to be brought over again. Skeletal minions. Avatar of Vengeance does not have any corpses to use. A bit too far away. There it is. It is now gone. The Warden still seeing that level 10. Still trying to fight. Now trying to focus down the Death Knight. Unholy Frenzy on the Dreadlord, as the Warden is not able to finish this off. Yes, he does get the Death Knight, and he now blinks away. And what is this? Oh, the Chimeras actually have a lot of damage to do. Unholy Frenzy on the Warden, keeping her a bit fast. But what is going on? What is this Warden doing? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! What is this Warden doing? Oh my gosh! I don't know what's going on. He's trying to... what is that Warden doing over there? I don't know. Oh. The Warden, Shadow Strike, blinks away. Gets another kill. Getting some more Moon Juice. As much Moon Juice as possible. Drops the Circlet. Drops the Gauntlets of Ogre Strength. Oh my goodness. It's actually funny that the Unholy Frenzy is making this game more difficult. Back over here, what is going on? There's Chimeras out, but the Chimeras have no way to get healed. There's a Tree of Life. We're now stuck at tier 1. Yeah, that was just a great... This is such a strange game. Okay, what do you sell at this point? Can you sell anything? The Warden's sitting at level 10, unable to do anything here. This is just an amazing game, folks. I hope you guys are enjoying this. A little bit of a downtime here, as these show matches are just absolutely entertaining. I hope you guys definitely agree. You guys are enjoying this. I can't believe I'm saying this, but almost like 5 out of the 6 gold mines in a Night Elf versus Undead game have been mined from, and this is still anyone's game to take. The Warden, sitting at level 10, does have a potion of lesser invulnerability, now using a clarity potion to get more mana, using the Moonstone to get more Moon Juice, and here we go. We are now going to start an engagement here. Gold mine has been mined out. Undead sitting at 23 supply, 32 supply for Touch, and Touch may actually win this game still. The Dreadlord really wants this Death Knight to get to level 3. Needs to kill anything. There is still creeps over here on the top left, and if that Death Knight gets to level 3, I believe it will be Undead's game. Both sides now just mining. Slaughterhouse, I don't even see a Slaughterhouse anywhere on the map. There goes an Acolyte. Acolyte now taken down. Doesn't even feed experience anymore, as there is no more experience to give a level 10 Warden. Avatar now being brought over. The problem is there is absolutely... Alright, here we go. There's a fan of knives. Oh, beautiful Dreadlord out of the sky. And that was a beautiful bait there. Avatar now coming in. Last unit there. You can see the Avatar, the Infernal versus the Avatar of Vengeance. So much damage being had. And what is going on? Blink now trying to get away. Alright, what's happening next? Avatar takes down another Necromancer. The Necromancers are getting taken down. The Infernal is looking to get some damage here. You can see it is currently repairing, but it is now upgrading to a Nerubian Tower. There is the Shadow Strike. Are we going to get a Death Coil in time? We may not. And the Dreadlord falls at level 7. Oh. Alright, I know that was more play-by-play than strategy, but you gotta admit, that was an awesome game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And watch this video twice or stay tuned for the commercial. Thanks.